What's up, guys? Rob with some guy named Rob. Listen, we're going to talk about something serious today. Something kind of intimate. You're with the wrong person, and you've been with the wrong person for too long, and the right person is out there waiting for you, and you are staying with the wrong person. Why? Okay. Now, obviously, I can talk about this because this has been me. Now, I don't want to disrespect anybody that I have ever dated or been in a relationship with because um, I fear I did enough of that whenever I was younger anyway. So I certainly don't want to add insult to injury. But let me say that I can speak to you about this experience because I've experienced it firsthand. When you know and you know that you're not supposed to be with somebody, but you just keep on being with that somebody, what do you think happens? Let me tell you, you don't reach your destiny, and you're not allowing them to reach their destiny. Like their purposed, you're holding each other back. We stay with people for the wrong reasons all the time. We stay with people because we're lonely and we just don't want to be alone. And I understand that. I do. I don't know who wants to be alone. One of the first things we learn about mankind in the Bible is it's not good for men to be alone. But it's not good for a person, man or woman, to be in a relationship that is not right. And it can be not right for a myriad of reasons. It can be not right because you know that she's not the one. And if it's not right and you know it and you don't share that with her, what does that make you? Yeah. And in same thing is true if you're a female and you're watching this and you're dating this guy and you're dating him and he doesn't treat you right. He doesn't honor you. He doesn't uh, think about you. He's not texting you. You're not his screensaver, which is not a make or break deal. But I'm just saying, if he's not bringing you flowers in some kind, in some fashion, if none of that's going on, why are you with him, right? So don't be with him. Um, it's hard to be lonely. It's hard to say, you know what? Instead of being in this relationship, sorry, I gotta take a drink. Instead of being in this relationship, I need to be alone. Right? She knows what I'm talking about. It's a tough, it's a tough thing to do. It's honorable. It's full of integrity, but it's also very, very difficult to do. So if that's you and you need the courage to do it, this is it. Don't stay in a relationship for the wrong reasons. Now, having said that, if you are in a committed marriage and things just are going hard right now, well, I've got another message for you. Marriage sucks sometimes. You sharing your life with somebody else is eventually going to lead to some sucky times because life is full of fun and life is full of suck. And sometimes the suck gets bad. But I'm telling you this, men and women are different. We're made different for a reason, and which we just are. I heard a great analogy: pink lenses and blue lenses. We see things through different lenses. Men see things through the world through one lens and one way, and women see another way. And you can look at one object, and you can be like, the man can be looking and say, "There's tape on the back of this," and the woman's like, "No, no, no. There's all these colored buttons," and he's like, "No, there's definitely tape on the back of this, and it's just black beyond that. It's got some writing on it." And then until you actually turn it around and actually see that she was right and he was right, it was just a different perspective. It shouldn't be wet, but it is. Um, then you see that we're just looking at things from different filters. It doesn't make her wrong because she is seeing things one way, and it doesn't make him wrong. What it makes is you different and learning how to be in that. So listen, I'm not an advocate of giving up on marriage. As a matter of fact, if there's anything you should fight for in your entire life, fight for your marriage. And don't wait until it's already broken. I mean, date your wife. Men, date your wife. Steal her away for the night. Romantic candlelight. You don't have to even spend money. You just need to spend time thinking about her and preparing and making way. Women, same thing. Spoil him. There's this old saying, women, for men, you need to woo her, you need to romanticize her, you need to chase after her, you need to tell her that you love her, you need to gently touch her in a non-sexual way, you need to do all this kind of stuff, and that's how you woo her. That's how you win her over, right? Women, it's pretty much just bring food and show up naked. I mean, I wish we were more complicated than that. But for the most part, if you're our wife, wife one, so if you are someone's wife, you don't have to go crazy thinking of ways to impress him. Like any form of lingerie, probably underwear, that would be totally acceptable. I'm just being straight up. We're guys and we are visually motivated. What are you gonna do? All right. Listen, if you're with a dude and you're not married to that dude and he's not treating you right, that's one thing. If you are married to a dude and he's not treating you right, you have a responsibility to tell him that he's not treating you right, and a responsibility to treat him right even though he doesn't treat you right. Because I tell you, whoever's the most mature is the one who's going to win. Whoever's the most mature is the one who's going to be like, you know what? Even though I'm not getting what I deserve, what I know I deserve, I'm still going to give what he deserves or she deserves. And eventually that wins over hearts. It does. There's studies about that. I'm not a doctor, but I do know a few things about relationships. Don't stay in a bad one because you're just wasting time. You're just wasting time. I got so many friends who stayed in 5, 6 year relationships, including myself, knowing that it wasn't right, but I lacked the courage to say, you know what, this isn't right. You're a beautiful, wonderful person, and somebody wonderful deserves you, and they're probably waiting for you. They're probably waiting for us to break up, so let's get on it. Breaking up is hard, but if it's the right thing to do the right thing. Now, marriage is not about breaking up. Marriage is about making it work. I'm coming up on 17 years of marriage to my first and only wife, and I can tell you, it's a blessing and a privilege to be married to her. It's terrible to think about any relationship I had before her. I understand why it failed, because this was the one that was supposed to work. And had I been an honorable man, had I known what I know now, then I simply would have walked up to the girls that I had relationships before, stuck my hand out and said, "Hey, it's really great to meet you, and you're a wonderful girl, and you're going to have a wonderful life, um, but I'm not going to date you because I have this idea of perfection." And and even though my idea of perfection was not my wife, it wasn't. When we first got married, um, it was hard, just like it was hard for everybody. But this idea that I had of perfection, God gave me a little bit of that, what I thought I wanted, and it was nothing that I needed. And then He gave me what I needed. I had no idea that I wanted it. That's how God works. So, all right, friend. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you're going through a hard time, keep going. It's Robb Talk. So if you like it, if you dig it, subscribe, hang out with me some more. And of course, you can always find my music on Patreon and Spotify and all that. There's links below. Thanks again. See ya.